I'm wondering about your suggested power dynamic during negotiations, weekly talks, and being creative about scene elements. We play with the long-term dominant female dynamic, which varies from nearly equal to strict DS games in periods with high levels of useful service, typically using chastity. Is it a good or bad idea for a submissive male to be horny and in chastity during some of these discussions? Should neither person be particularly horny during these discussions? Is it a good idea for the female to be dressed provocatively during negotiations? Interested to hear your thoughts. Sounds like an interesting challenge. Well, I mean, I'm not even going there. I hear what you're saying, that yes, if you are horny, you are in chastity, your dominant is dressing provocatively and arousing you, and it's hard to concentrate and you have to power through it. Could be an interesting challenge, absolutely. But he's asking, is it good or bad? It's very black and white, good or bad, good or bad, good or bad. And so let's just break down the three elements that we're talking about that he mentioned: negotiation, weekly talks, and creative scene elements. The question that I would volley back right off the bat would be, what is the goal? What is the goal for each of these? What is your goal for negotiation? What is your goal for these weekly talks? And when she's doing creative scene elements, probably part of play, part of domination. So really the question is negotiation and weekly talks. Should anyone be horny? Should we be in chastity? Should there be provocative dress? Or should this be very formal and serious and we just get down to business kind of thing? And so I would just start off, if I was having this conversation personally, I would volley back, what's your goal? What's your goal for negotiation? What's your goal for these weekly talks? I think we should be in the insane mind. Okay. Agreed. Safe, sane, consensual, right? But horny doesn't mean insanity. Horny does not mean insanity. So I think that, yes, you could be horny and it could be an interesting challenge. But just because you're horny doesn't mean the world stops. Oh my gosh, someone's horny. Stop, suppress it. You can power through it. Okay. So I don't think horny makes you insane. It makes you probably easier to distract. But I don't think being horny is insanity. And so I would ask you, what is the goal? And then my second question is, will being in chastity, will being horny, having the presence of your dom in provocative dress, will it hinder or prevent that goal from being reached? So I don't think this is a matter of right and wrong, as the question was asked. I really think this is a matter of what will be effective for your dynamic. And if the submissive is being trained by the dominant to have more self-control, to not be so selfish with their desires, then I would reason that dressing provocatively and forcing your submissive to stay present mentally with you and focus could be a point of training. So are we trying to negotiate, or are we trying to train as part of this? What is the actual goal here? Absolutely, it's going to shift. So you have to determine what's the goal, and these elements, will they hinder or completely sabotage the goal of each?